What's up, internet? Welcome back to the weekly vlog. It's Easter. We're hiding eggs out here for the kids. My aunt's house got some basic locations. What else we got? Some nice placements in the trees. Some hazards. This one's pretty cool. Thought about putting one in there, but oh, someone did. Huh. Anyway, let's see how this week goes.
E to the U to the E, man. Where the hood, where the hood at? Had a nigga in the truck where the wood at. All the niggas acting up where the wolves at.
Because this is how we find it.
Here, I need one of those.
Timmy's is even
I
smaller.
thought all trees had big heads. It's catching eggs.
Kaylin, where are you going?
Here, Timmy.
One basketball.
Logan, make sure you're, letting the little kids get them too.
I can't find any more eggs.
Plenty of eggs. Over here. Over there. Grandma said there's no one to be considerate of the ones who are younger than you. Okay. So don't be hard.
Fucking popcorn. It's like my least favorite way to receive something. Look at this mess. Where'd that go? Motherfucker. Don't they know I try to unopen what the fuck word am I trying to use? Open this, unbox this with one hand. For you D&D lovers out there. Da da da. For everybody else, it doesn't fucking matter. Hey guys, Thursday, done with work, got game night coming up. Probably just gonna be playing Munchkin, hanging out. One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because I tried to talk to you about it earlier in the week and it just became a jumbled mess of rambling that could not be anything you could make sense out of. But I want to talk to you guys about Patreon, and obviously not quite at that level where I could make a living off Patreon like some do, but I know Metal Jesus Rocks recently had his whole Patreon campaign thing going on, and I haven't listened to any of his, I guess he just started doing a podcast that's Patreon exclusive, and I know I've heard that some people are a little butthurt about it, being Patreon exclusive, but it basically comes down to one thing I was going to try and talk to you guys about earlier is, like, in the future, if I were to theoretically ever have a Patreon, like, what would I even put on there that would be like, hey, this is why you support me? You know, like, I see a lot of basic things that people do is just like, oh, to get, new equipment, to get this, that, and it's just like, for one thing, I don't need equipment. Like, if I had equipment, I wouldn't know what to do with it. So that would be pretty useless. Like, I don't need a fancy camera because I would never use it. Like, it'd be too awkward to use with what I do. And honestly, I think like this, what you're seeing here, that's perfectly fine, as long as it's not like bobbling around because I'm hitting bumps and whatever, like, that's perfectly fine. So, like, I just don't know. Obviously, I just hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm not, you know, I'm not exactly a big deal. But I'm just thinking in the future, because one of the reasons I continue to be so invested in doing YouTube is because I can see at one point making this a career, or making this be my only job, making it be what I support myself and Alicia on, and not having it just be something I basically do for fun and entertain you guys. You know, like, I would still be doing that, obviously, but I need to make some money eventually, you know. Like I do 3 videos a week. I would never want to have it be a situation where I take something away and put it behind a paywall, which is why I think a lot of people, well, the thing is, I haven't really looked into it that much, but I can see why people would be upset about Metal Jesus Rocks doing the podcast for Patreon only, because he used to do a podcast that was very popular, and that was free. So because it was free, people feel entitled to it. So, you know, that's why I would never want to put like a Weekend Adventure episode behind a paywall, or even like something that isn't as well supported, like eBay Adventure or Thrifting in Connecticut. Like any of that, I wouldn't want to make that Patreon exclusive. So I'd be looking for interesting ideas on what I could do as far as like, what would you guys pay to see? And obviously I'm not going to be, you know, turning around and opening up a Patreon and being like, all right, now I'm doing that. It's just spitballing ideas for the future. Like I said in, I believe, a previous weekly vlog about like not putting any limits on myself as far as like being surprised when I reach 2,000 subscribers, being surprised, you know, because everybody always says that. It's just like, oh, I never imagined I would be. It's just like, come on. Like, if I'm gonna theoretically be doing this for the rest of my life, or for the rest of YouTube's relevancy, I want to hit 100,000 subscribers someday. You know, I don't want to be self-doubting and, you know, assuming, you know, thinking it would never happen, you know, never imagine it. It's just like, I can imagine it. You know, I can imagine quite a bit, as young Han Solo would say. But yeah, I just wanted to make it a little bit more clear what I wanted to talk about in this episode, and what I wanted to have a conversation about in the comments below. So definitely hit me up if you have ideas. What are your thoughts on Patreon in general? As far as shows or people or businesses I support on Patreon, I only pretty much support the Comedy Button, because they're hilarious and you get bonus episodes, 2 bonus episodes a month, which I think is, well, for what they do, is going to be great value. I'd highly suggest you check them out. I can actually see myself supporting Metal Jesus Rocks just to listen to his podcast. And because I like the guy, you know, don't make it sound like I'm ever going to be hating on him or anything. It's just like, I really enjoy his content. And for $1, like, depending on how often you get those podcasts, yeah, I can see that being worth it. And depending on the length and the quality, yeah, I'd be down. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought, what you think on this shit before I crash, you know, casual. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I think I've said that like 5 times now, but just trying to reiterate. Let's get home and pooping. Yeah, I think it's about time for me to shave a little bit. Maybe everything, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, it's kind of annoying to me. Like, I keep shaving this because it'll start tickling my nose and it pisses me off. But now I'm noticing that this here is starting to, like, grow out to the point where it's in, like, my peripheral vision. And it's fucking annoying. I don't know. Part of me just wants to shave it all. But look at what I got growing here. Look at, like, that's a decent amount of fucking beard hair. Like, that's, you know, it's a respectable beard. Respectable. Too bad I still don't have that Daniel Bryan shirt, Respect the Beard. That thing died a while ago, but shout out if you remember that fucking shirt. I used to wear that all the time. Alright. Yeah, just another question for you for the comments below. I'm actually heading to game night. Lost 3 games of Munchkin last time. 3-player games. It's pretty bad. I'm coming out of here with at least 1 W today. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Are they terrible or?
No, actually, as far as diet sodas go, Diet Dr. Pepper is, I would say, to me, the closest to the non-diet version tasting.
Huh. Well, maybe I'll try one later. Do you want to do Chinese?
That's fine.
Okay, cool, because I never get to have Chinese except here. And I was lucky enough to find a $10 bill on my dress.
That shit is weird.
Well, it tastes like nacho cheese.
Not really.
No?
And it's not nearly as strong as the regular ones.
Yeah.
No, it's not as strong.
It's almost like they took the nacho cheese, the Cool Ranch, and Smart Food
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
mixed them all up into one.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
See, I saw them and I was they.
It's like we're having family dinner with the cat too.
Well, everyone only dies if I die.
Oh.
Alright, so I guarantee to win. So we took an unexpected loss in the last game. But it was a hard fought loss? I was about to say victory, but that doesn't make any sense. Maybe next week. With style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes. Rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping my wetness where you find me. The back of the club, macking hoes, my crew's behind me. Bad question asking, blunt passing, music blasting. But I just can't quit because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the effort secret, why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot, now check it. I got more Mac than Craig in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. He notes by the layers. True fucking players. Move over and come over to the friends with the GX3. I got the crown right by the tree. Alright, guys. I don't know. I've been feeling like bumping some Biggie this morning. On my way to work. Last day of the week. This weekend is looking very hopeful, and now it's looking kind of dismal. Like, it's a little bit rainy today, and the weather app on my phone is saying snow on Sunday and rain on Saturday. And Sunday, that especially sucks if that's true, because that was going to be the opening of Elephant's Trunk Flea Market, which we only went to once last year, but it was a really good weekend, so gonna cross our fingers, hope for the best. Hope we could have a better than average weekend adventure. Yeah. So want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. I'd really appreciate a comment on this video, especially if you have an opinion on Patreon. As always, keep it real, internet. I love you guys. And I do love it when he called me Big Poppa.
E to the U to the E, man. Where the